good morning and hello and good afternoon and good night and all the other ones. This is the RetroTech 120p challenge, and today Danny Sullivan's Indy Heat, which isn't a Jamaican saying that Danny Sullivan has just seen a girl's cleavage. It is a game that has come out in the arcades, and it's a game we're playing for this challenge where you put your 2 credits in, you record your video, and however far you get on those 2 credits is your challenge. You can have as many practice runs as you want. I've chosen to have 1.5 practice runs while I sorted out the damn controls. A top tip if you're going to take part in this challenge, and you should take part in the challenge if you haven't taken part in the challenge before, get yourself on Facebook and join in. This challenge is helped if you either play with a mouse, which I believe Raven Gaming, i.e. Anthony Walker, is doing, or if you tweak the sensitivity settings of your joypad. I've set mine, if you go into MAME and set it down to about 20, I found that's worked out all right. I wasn't swinging wildly across the road, so I went with that. It's still very tentatively pressing the buttons though. So what can I tell you about Danny Sullivan's Indy Heat? Well, it is a video game that exists. It was a sort of pseudo sequel to Super Off-Road, which was of course fronted by the legendary Iron Man Stewart, a historically great figure known to everyone throughout the nation of America and nowhere else. It's a similar premise in the fact it's a single screen and it's driving around in circles very quickly, using turbo boost to get you a leg up on your opponents. The yellow team is Danny Sullivan's team, so you've got to try and beat them, and you can basically soup up your car if you want. There we go, we just won the first race. As you can see, I'm playing as a mixture between Simon Weston and Freddie Mercury, which is a hell of a combination. Everywhere else looks a bit weird too. Steve there looks either like Jared Leto or Jesus. So this was Leyland's 1991 sequel. It was converted to the NES by Rare, of all people, for Trade West. And the sales curve for the Amiga, ST and Commodore 64, it wasn't sort of released on the Amstrad and Spectrum, because who knows who Danny Sullivan is in the UK? About as many people as Iron Man Stewart. They still put it out though, but I presume it didn't sell very well, and so they decided not to release it. It's not as good, I don't think, as off-road racing. The streets are a lot narrower. There's less scope for taking little shortcuts and things like that. It's fine. It's one of these games, a Super Sprint clone. You either like them or you don't like them. I'm in the middle because I'm inconsistent. So yeah, what can I tell you about a genital fact of the week? Very difficult. Obviously low quintet of animals. So I'm going to say, as we're wrapping up the second race here, I'm going to go with a thing called mechanophilia. Now, a mechanophiliac is someone that sleeps with cars, and it's quite apropos at the moment because there is a film that's come out. It's getting a lot of movie award buzz, and it's called Titane, and it's about a woman who becomes pregnant after shagging a car and then pretends to be a fella's son while she expands her belly with the vehicular womb shedding that is going to be her little car baby. Why not? It sounds a bit David Lynchian. Nothing to do with David Lynch, apparently. But the sort of wank that usually gets Oscars. So it's not even the first film that featured people having sex with cars. In 1973, there was a French movie called La Grande Bouffée, where a man dies after porking his Citroën. I presume it's a Citroën. It's a French car. It could be another French car. But let's say it's a Citroën. But it's not something that's restricted entirely to the cinema either, unfortunately. In 2008, there was a documentary on the television called My Car Is My Lover, which featured a lot of people that went around having sex with cars. I guess it's a thing to do. So they would go around having sex with cars. I'm just going to pause for a minute. No, I did win that race. As you can see there, look at those guys. Pamela Anderson's next to me there with her no-nose. So yeah, there was a guy in it called Edward Smith, an American fella, in this documentary called My Car Is My Lover, who has claimed to have sex with over 1,000 cars, and he hasn't stopped since. There was recent interviews with him up to about 2015. I suppose he's not going to catch an STD, is he? But yeah, 1,000 cars, it sort of made me think. I bet he doesn't own 1,000 cars. So, is he going around raping other people's cars? And does it count as rape? I suppose it's non-consensual, isn't it? But it's a car, so it's not really going to be traumatised. But at the same time, it's a bit rude, you know. Like, you come out your house in the morning and someone's left their sort of pearly matter in your exhaust pipe. You know, that's... I don't think he gets written permission, because who... yeah, sure, just go and boff my car. But yes, that I found that very odd indeed. But it's not restricted just to the Yanks either. In 2013, there was a fella in the UK who was caught outside of a train window, and he was banging his Land Rover. Which, you know, I don't think the Land Rover is particularly sexy. It's sort of a big old unit. You know, you could do better. Basically, at least it wasn't like a Skoda or a Lada or anything like that. But dude, get some. I don't know, right, unless you like the bigger units. You can see here I'm in Detroit. Motown there on that bridge there. A weird sponsor. So yeah, this game is strange in the fact that you can, because let's face it, Genital Facts has to end there. You can basically go around and not pit once, but you will slow down, and all the accumulated damage you get from bashing into walls like I did just then will take its toll. I know Ian, one of my practice runs, the yellow fella, which is called Danny Sullivan's team, who will always finish second or first, did not bother to pit once and beat me, and I got very annoyed with that, because I think that's cheating. Look, I'm trying to keep up with him here. Come on, you fella. I sneak past him. Whee! But look, as you can see, he's a sneaky bugger, and he jammed that turbo button and put paid to my disorder. And that, I think, wraps up this wonderful excursion into the world of Indy Heat. Say goodbye to our Simon Weston Freddie Mercury there, getting out of his car. It's time to say goodbye to him, and time to say goodbye to you, as I say to you, thank you very much for watching, and please join in the challenge. Look at me in the bottom corner there. And for now, Kay, thanks and bye.